All right, Dodger fans, welcome into the LA Sports Brotherhood. It's me, Brian, here with my brother Matthew, and we're going to talk the Dodgers' middle infield platoon. So, technically, it's not a one-to-one because Rojas, when he comes in, he plays short and moves Mookie over to second for Lux. But as much as they started, Dave Roberts tried to tell us that it wasn't going to play platoon, Gavin Lux would get runway, that didn't last even a game. So, this is a pretty true platoon, and honestly, the numbers are kind of piling up a little bit to the point where we got to ask the question: should this be even be a platoon at all? Who do we think need to take over? And with that, Matt, I'll throw the floor over to you. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough. Lux has been really bad. He's got to be one of the bottom 10 hitters in baseball. There's just no way. There's really never been pop, and now there's no contact. There's swing and miss. It's been horrendous, and it's to the point where he's just actively hurting the team. And on the other hand, Miggy Rowe hasn't been horrible. And as we know, he's a great leader, he's a great defender. Miggy Rowe hasn't been horrible, and the plan was for Mookie to start at second and Lux play short. But because of Lux's struggle on defense, we had to move Mookie over to short, who I think has been good, and he's just been improving. So I don't necessarily think it's a problem. But to me, the question is, has Lux's struggles been so much that just go with Miggy Rowe's defense? His bat's been all right, and then let Mookie play his natural position, or not even his natural. His natural's right,
Yeah,
but yeah, like his natural infield position. And to me, honestly, I'll let you give your opinion in just a moment here. I think yes. I think you just not every like Lux shouldn't just hit the bench completely, but I don't mind seeing Miggy Rowe right now, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's just he knows what he's doing with the bat. I think he's a guy in situations can put it in play. And he has a 788 OPS. I mean, I would take that in a heartbeat.
yeah,
And I mean, obviously the defense has benefited. It's just we're at the point where Miguel Rojas is a better hitter than Gavin Lux, which is tough to say. And I think, especially as for right now, because there's no trade coming anytime soon.
yeah.
So I personally think that puts us in the best position to win. And not every day, Lux should still get certain opportunities, but I'd like to see more Miggy Rowe. I'll pass it back to you to answer that question.
Yeah, honestly, I feel the same as you do about Lux. I don't think I'm ready to just say Rojas line share of the games. I think it's possible that Rojas is his hotter start is his better start is because of his lack of playing time. Just because last year we saw that he kind of he was awful, but he was playing every day because we didn't have a shortstop. And he still added some positive value because he's a legitimately great defender. But yeah, because it is interesting because I do 100% in any scenario, honestly, and any scenario except can you hit a dribbler to second base, I would take Rojas at the plate over Lux, and it sucks because I love Lux. I want him to be good so bad, but it's not even. I can't even think about him being good at this point. He's slugging 182. It's every single ball he hits is just it falls to the ground. It just beats everything into the ground. And he's not even this is kind of a weird shout. Nick Madrigal from a couple years ago. He's still playing obviously, but when he was coming up and struggling, it was he's a contact guy with no pop. He doesn't really strike out. Or David Fletcher. He's not even that type of guy. He doesn't make contact. He's already struck out. Sorry, I had the numbers here. He struck out already 16 times, or a lot of time, the way more than anybody that has no power should be striking out. So it's just he legitimately looks lost at the plate, and maybe there's some kind of hope. In he had 2 hits against the Nationals, game 2, in this last series. The hits weren't particularly inspiring, but they're hits. He had 2 RBI that come in big spots. But the way I compare it is, I think Outman needs to have as much runway as possible because I think he can come out of it. Lux, I think it should be a 50-50 split with Rojas. and obviously he'll get the majority of games against right-handers. But to me, it shouldn't be like a dead platoon split. Rojas needs to get some games against righties too, especially in like if we're running our top 6 normal and then Pajes, so we're doing the bottom 2. I don't want Outman and Lux back to back. If Outman's out, I want Rojas in, or if Kike is playing, or it doesn't matter. It's just Outman Lux is way too easy to be 2 straight outs in like 5 pitches. So yeah, I'm going 50-50 split right now. I'm not ready to say full on just give Rojas the reins. But yeah, I think the playing time split absolutely has to change.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Outman because I was gonna say that with Outman, it's like you still need to give him time to break out of it because he has that potential. To me, that's gone for Lux. So the reason I'm going with Ross is because I know Lux isn't gonna produce. He's been with us since 2019. I don't think he's rookie second year anymore. I think we know what we got, and it really sucks to say. I love Lux. Myself, I was a lefty, heavy contact guy, but it's just it's hurting us. And so yeah, I don't see like the same potential as Outman, but I don't think this is the solution for the playoffs. I don't think him or Rojas should be a starting middle infielder for the Los Angeles Dodgers. So this is more for right now until the trade deadline. I think you got to get a middle infielder. If I'm being honest, we don't really have a prospect that can come up and do what Paz has done so far. So yeah, I personally think you saw this with a trade. Doesn't have to be the best player in the world, but this is. I mean, Lux really is the weakest part of the Dodgers. It's him and Outman. They've been hurting us, and you hate singling out guys, but that's just the truth.
Yeah.
And as much as I love Lux, his production has not been great. And I mean, the other thing you got to talk about is Mookie's freaking switching back and forth.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
And he's my favorite athlete ever. He's an incredible athlete, but I mean, do you really want your star man doing that?
Yeah, in 2 positions that he really shouldn't be playing anyway.
Yeah, I think so. Would you want to see a trade down the road?
I mean, yeah, for like the ceiling, the ceiling of the team to get a better player. I honestly think, and this won't happen for at least another month and a half, 2 months, if it ever does. But I think if Trey Sweeney keeps up his good start in AAA, he's been like high 9s OPS, I think, and that's not the type of hitter he is. But if he can continue like around that production in AAA, he's probably the most sure-handed shortstop that isn't a usually horrible bat like Rojas in the entire organization. And something like that might have to happen, honestly. They're going to put that off for as long as possible, because if you bring up another lefty shortstop, Lux I think might already be done, but mentally it'll be over for him. He's gone through so much with his leg, and he had the opportunity. It's genuinely sad. I hate thinking about how is his career trajectory. But yeah, I think we don't have anybody that would like change the game, and that's where like a trade would be like it really rock the boat, and kind of get some real life into it. But something as simple as Trey Sweeney coming up and being a 737 OPS guy, that would help the team so much. So something like that, I think, is probably more likely than a trade. But either way, it's gonna be done. I think it's gonna have to be done.
Yeah, I mean, like we touched on a lot. If he could be average and not strike out 50% of the time, that's awesome, because Lux has been far below average, and like it is. We both feel sad recording this. It's just it's really sad. He's a Dodger, man. Like he's brought up as a Dodger, one of the top prospects, but it's not there anymore. He's swinging the noodle, not even making contact a lot of the time.
Yeah,
I think he's at this point he's just hurting the team.
Yeah, he really might be. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. We're gonna do some more like individual examinations, stuff like this. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, go Dodgers.